வெல்கம் பேக் டு தி எம்ஆர் அகாடமி. இது மாணவர்களின் தளம். இந்த வீடியோவில் we are discussing about the working with Windows 7 for the 11th standard, both computer science and computer application students. Here we can learn. ஓகே, இப்போ நம்ம வாங்க வீடியோக்குள்ளே போகலாம். Here we are starts with lesson 5, working with Windows 7. We are already discussed about OS in the last chapter, and that what is OS? Here we are introduction with the OS. OS means a system software. It's a software to the authority of proper working hardwares and proper working of softwares. The managing purpose we are using operating system. It's just like an interface between the hardware and the users. This is the OS purpose. It's simply called as system software. Here we are discuss about the Windows 7 version. In last chapter, we are discussed various managements: memory management, process management, device management, file management, security management, fault tolerance, user management. Like computer will help to separate the users inside of one computer. Or computer ne eduthittomna, instead of that we can use multiple users in separately. ஒரு யூசர் இன்னொரு யூசரோட இன்டரப்ட் ஆக மாட்டாங்க. ஸோ த ஆப்ரேட்டிங் சிஸ்டம் வில் மேனேஜ் தீஸ் திங்ஸ். சரியா? அண்ட் தென் அப்ளிகேஷன் சாஃப்ட்வேர், தட் மீன்ஸ் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா வி ஆர் ஃபார் தி பர்பஸ், ஃபார் தி நீட், ஃபார் அவர் நீட் we are installing more and more softwares inside the computer, and that softwares also will managed by this OS properly working or not. So ensure that all the softwares and hardwares working properly. And then here various managements are there. We are already told that first of all, memory management, we have hard disk inside the computer and RAM and some other things, and we are trying to store and retrieve based upon the memory side. Processors will manage by this memory management instead of that operating system and process. When we are starts the system initially on the system, and up to half the system, that will be idle the system. In between of that time, system totally running. So that is each and every one of the thing is called a process, is managed by the OS. And device management, we are using multiple devices inside the computer. It's maybe peripheral devices or other devices. Like peripheral devices will cover all the devices. Input and output devices are called peripheral devices. So maximum of that will be covered. These are the things managed by the OS. And file management, inside of the computer we are managed each and everything as a file. We can managed by the OS. Security management, we are secure the files and softwares and things inside the computer using security management. Control overall system performance, that's also managed by the computer, managed by the OS. Each and every one of the process is managed by the OS. And error detecting aids, if there is occur any error, means you will find and try to try to manage the errors, right? So that process is made by the OS, and coordination between the other software and users will connect all the softwares and the users. Suppose a user used in Photoshop software means for that purpose they have any requirement means that will be supported by the OS. So any kind of software or any kind of things is coordinating with the OS. Without OS we can't do anything inside the computer, right? And what are the various voices are there? Most popular voices, that means Windows series. All over the world, the Windows series is maximum people are accepting the OS for their computers, right? For desktop and laptop computers, mostly they are using Windows. Android, we know very well about the Android because of we are all more maximum number of people they have smartphones, so that they are accessing Android versions and iOS, especially Apple computers and mobiles are using this OS, and Linux. It's open source. It is also computer. Here we are introducing the Windows OS. Windows, it's a interface between the computer and hardware, so user and hardware. Most popular graphical user interface operating system. It's GUI based. That means multicolor and colorful things, and each and everything they are instructing with the dialog box, and visualized things they are supporting in the operating system. And at a time we can simultaneously we can use more than one task. It is called multitasking. And then some of the functions, என்னென்ன function அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா access application programs on the computer. That means word processing, games, spreadsheet, calculators, and so on. These are the things, various things we are accessing inside the computer. And load any new program on the computer we can, and manage hardware such as printers, scanners, mouse, digital cameras, etc. So these things are managed by the operating system. That means these are the functions of operating system. And file management activities, we are already told that. Example, creating, modifying, saving, deleting files and folders. These things also functions of OS. And change computer settings such as color scheme, screensavers of your monitors, and these things. Okay. And then various versions of computer operating system. Initially the Windows is made by we already know that made by Microsoft company. Initially they are introduced 1.x version in the year of 1985. In the first logo they are designed in that screen, we are displayed that in that 16-bit processor they are used, and GUI based format they are accessed, and mouse introduced as an input device for the first version of Windows. And later version 2.x in 1987, here they are introducing minimize and maximize buttons of that Windows, each and every window inside the computer. And control panel features are also they are introduced because of changing settings for the purpose. And 3.x they are introduced in the year of 1992. The logo is something like same, and they are introducing here multitasking, supported here 256 colors, which brought a more modern colorful look to the interface. So first three versions of here we are mentioned here, and what are the things they are added for the each and every one of the version. right? Next version is Windows 95. It's something famous version because of they are updating 16-bit processor into 32-bit processor. Here they are introducing start button and taskbar and Windows Explorer in the start menu. They are introducing start menu here because of it's very famous. They are simplifying each and every one of the version. They are improved the working quality and they are simplifying the use better usage. Windows 98 for the later version in the year of 1998. They are introducing Internet Explorer here in the operating system, and DOS games are introducing here, and Windows NT. They are designed for the server for the purpose of நெட்வொர்க்கிங் கான்செப்ட் வரும்போது அதில் சர்வர் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு மெஷின் ஒன்று தேவைப்படுது. அதுக்கு தே ஆர் யூஸிங் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் குவாலிட்டி OS. This is for server. And next one is Windows ME, that means Millennium. The logo is something different from the previous ones. It's totally different. And here they are introduced automated system diagnostics, recovery tools, error detecting, diagnostics and recovery tools they are introducing here. And Windows 2000, here also the logo is something totally different from the previous one. Here they are introducing 4 types of Windows 2000 models. For the first one, for business desktop and laptop systems, professional version, and the server version for both web server and office server, and next advanced server for line of business applications, business people they are accessing here, and data center server, that means like Facebook, WhatsApp, they are maintaining data. For that purpose they are introducing data center server for high traffic computer networks. And next one is Windows XP. It's very famous one from the previous one because of they are very simplified things. Here they are introduced 64-bit processor, the fast accessing here. That purpose that will be very famous, that must be very famous. Improved Windows appearance, qualities, அதாவது பார்க்குறதுக்கு ரொம்ப அட்ராக்டிவாக இருந்துச்சு. And then Windows Vista introduced in 2006, updated look and feel. அதோட appearance வந்து they are improved in here in Vista. Next, Windows 7. Windows 7 is introduced in 2009. It's something next the famous version of from the Windows XP. Maximum of people they are updating here for Windows 7. Booting time was improved, loading time was improved, and introducing the new user interface like Arabic pinning and in the taskbar handwriting recognition they are introduced, and the Explorer 8 version they are introduced here. The features are improved, increased, and Windows 8 in 2012, it's very faster than the previous version of Windows. Start button was removed. This is something different thing they are updating in Windows in this version, but it is one of the drawback they are visualized from the user side. And Windows 8 takes better advantage of multi-core processing, solid state drivers, and touchscreen and other alternate input methods. Served as common platform for mobile and computer and mobile ரெண்டுக்குமே வந்து காமன் OS பிளாட்ஃபார்மாக இந்த Windows 8 யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க. ஸ்டார்ட் பட்டன் ரிமூவ் பண்ணுறது மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் ட்ராபேக்காக இருந்துச்சு. And then Windows 10 2015, still we are using this, and the start button was added again. அதாவது இது ட்ராபேக்காக பார்த்ததுனால அது திரும்ப ஆட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. மல்டிபிள் டெஸ்க்டாப் you can possible here, and central notification center and Cortana voice actuator personal assistant also here in the Windows 10. So they are improved from the previous things. Now handling mouse. Mouse is inside this display. They are displaying how we want to handle the mouse. And normal stages, initial stages, they are using 3 buttons, but here now only we are using 2 buttons. And this is the position we are using the mouse inside. We have in display. And what are the various actions are there pointing to an item. அதாவது அந்த மவுஸில் கொண்டு போய் டச் பண்ணும்போது ஒரு ஐட்டம் ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் வந்து பாயிண்ட் அவுட் ஆகும். கிளிக், அந்த ஆப்ஷனை ஆக்டிவேட் பண்ணணும் இல்லை ஓப்பன் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா கிளிக், அதாவது லெஃப்ட் கிளிக்கை தான் கிளிக் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். அண்ட் ரைட் கிளிக், ரைட் சைடு இருக்கக்கூடிய பட்டனை கிளிக் பண்ணுறதை கிளிக் பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லுவோம். இது எதுக்குன்னா பாயிண்டிங் டு தி ஸ்க்ரீன் அண்டு ரைட் கிளிக் பண்ணி அதை பாப்அப் மெனு ஓப்பன் பண்ணுறதுக்கு, அதாவது அதோட லிஸ்ட்டை ஓப்பன் பண்ணுறதுக்கு. அண்ட் த ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் திங்ஸ் வி ஆர் யூஸிங், சரியா. அண்ட் டபுள் கிளிக், டைரக்ட்லி டபுள் கிளிக் இஸ் குயிக்லி ஓப்பன் தி அப்ளிகேஷன் ஆர் ஃபோல்டர் சம் அதர் திங்ஸ். அண்ட் ட்ராக் அண்ட் ட்ராப், மவுஸில் கிளிக் பண்ணி ட்ராக் பண்ணி அப்படியே இழுத்துட்டு வந்து விடுறது. ஸோ வி கேன் மூவ் தி ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ஃப்ரம் ஒன் பொசிஷன் டு அதர் another.